Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
And far be it from me to blow my own horn, to toot my own trumpet. I'm not even talking code there. Far be it from me to self-aggrandize myself, because I do that a lot, because I really have a very high opinion of myself. Yes, these messages are going to be vital to the future of you all. I've got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. I forgot this is how shit I am doing this. Okay, this is how much I start. I forgot. I'm really excited because I got a comic book guy on, and I really like his work. He's selling. I think if it's the same guy I'm thinking of, he's selling some pages, and they're gorgeous. My goal, I'm launching my Indiegogo, my Kickstarter. Yeah, it's like that. I'm launching it shortly. If I get the information, I want to launch it Sunday. If not, I'll launch it the next Saturday night, right? One of the two. But like, one of my goals is to get going in we can do like 4 of them a year. Like, it's viable. I want to work with this guy. Freaking awesome artist. I mean, just freaking, he is. He just so nails the everything that's good about the superhero genre, right? He just so totally now. I can't wait to show you his stuff. So we got him there. He's got to wait. Dude, I talk for about 10-15 minutes while people come in, okay? This is where I talk about politics and crap. Then it's over, right? This is where that goes down. So let's talk about the end of the world. It's talking about the end of the world time. I thought of a more fun way that it can happen. So yeah, you're welcome. One second. As you know, as you long-term subscribers, hit the subscribe button by giving away the prize tonight. We've got a new prize coming in. You know what? Maybe I'll see if I can talk our guest into doing an art card for our for the Indiegogo. That might be awesome. That might be awesome. I really like this guy's work. I'll have to pay him, I guess. But yeah, I can't wait to show them the stuff. As you know, I'm a deprived person. I have to use plastic knives. I have to use plastic knives to stir my coffee with. You know why I have to use plastic knives? Because my wife says we got too many plastic knives and not enough plastic forks, plastic spoons and forks. We have a surplus of knives, so I must use a knife for whenever I can. So I'm going to have to use a knife to stir my coffee, which is, I think it's vanilla custard coffee. Let's give it a taste. Let's give it a taste. See what it's like. Tastes like coffee. Good. Congratulations. So I thought of a more fun way the world can end, right? I thought of a more fun way. I was like, wait a minute. So listen, a lot of time in life, right? If you're younger than me, I'm giving you really good advice right now, right? A lot of time in my life, I've looked at things and went, no, that's got to be wrong. But I don't know what I'm talking about, right? This guy's a professional. I'm building my house, right? And I see the windows for the kitchen. I go, they look kind of small. Like high up. That's not so good. No. And the way they built the house is like it was really weird, right? They make our house is really weird. They make kind of a form and they fill it with concrete, and then they get a crane and lift the walls up. It was like, because it was really fun. Actually, I'll try and dig up the pictures. I got a whole photo album somewhere. So anyway, so we got so the weird thing was this: when we're building our house, when we first got this is a guy in OK. Fine. Fine. I have two guests. One I actually know. The other guy, I know freaking clue. I thought it was the first guy. We'll work it out. We'll work it out when they come back. I got to tell you how the war's going to end, but in a better way. We're getting there. So where was I? I can't remember. Yeah, no, it's gone. Never mind. So anyway, So the world. So here's what I thought, right? Oh yeah, a lot of time in life you look at things and you go, no, that can't be right. But what do I know? I'm in the rain and say this is the next one. What do I know? And then you turn out to be right. Almost every one of those times you turn out to be right when you go, wait a minute. And it's really really simple. And it's so simple, you don't know why everybody else hasn't seen, oh my God, that's obviously going to happen, right? So anyway, just finishing the story about the house. When we first got the land, they marked the house off with the footprint in the house off with string, and it looked tiny, freaking tiny. We came home and cried. We're like, what? That can't be. But then we knew the plans of our house were like bigger than most other people's homes. And it must be some kind of optical illusion, is what we. And it was that was the case. That was the case. But it looked really tiny. But anyway, when you see things, you go, well, that's obviously going to have this result. So anyway, I'm watching the news. I don't really tell you. All the news sites, obviously hurting, because the only one I check occasionally now is Newsmax, right? And listen, if anything actually happens, I have a quick look at Fox, and I do it begrudgingly. I'm like, but that's what I'll do. But I just don't look anywhere that much. But it strikes me. Two things that strikes me as, are they going to if they're impeaching Trump, which is weird. I think they're voting on that today. I think they probably will. Here, I'll show you why. I think they probably will. What's this picture? Listen, I picked out the things I saved. They help me put up this picture. Yeah, this is so true. This is so why Trump is going to get impeached. Okay. Here we go. That's a phone ring. Is anybody on? Yeah, that's a junk call from America. Here we go. Nobody worry. It's not your phone. That's why Trump's going to get impeached, right? That picture right there tells you everything you need to know about. And the worst part of it, I worked this out, right? I worked this out reading that article a few live streams ago of the woman who didn't like Sherlock Holmes because he acted like Sherlock Holmes. He wished he was less masculine, right? She really didn't like that. And I was reading it, and what she really didn't like, what she really wound her up the wrong way, was she hated him being right. She hated him being right. And I think that's what they really hate about Trump, right? They basically he's been right about everything. I think the jury's still out for me anyway on the voter fraud, right? The jury's still out for me on the voter fraud. I believe they're probably. Listen, he's been right about every other outlandish claim, right? You remember when he said that Obama administration, surveilled him, they bugged him, and everybody laughed, and he was right, and they said, piss tape, that didn't happen. Everything, he's been right about everything, right? I think that's what makes him crazy, right? So I think he's right, and he's kind of like that too, right? So that picture there. Mitch McConnell hates him. I think that's what's going to go down, right? I think if you're not looking, please look at the picture. I'll keep it up for another 30 seconds, and I'll replace it with nice pictures. I didn't show you Daisy last time. I'm very sorry. Okay, I'm very sorry. As I finished the stream, I saw somebody's comment, and I was like, oh no, Daisy. I'll show you some Daisy. Okay, Daisy's cute. Daisy, of course, is my new puppy, who's so big now. They grow up so fast. Anyway, so here's what I think. Both these things, right? I think Julianne is being sued by Dominion for defamation, which, if he's making all that up, they got a fair point, right? They got a fair bloody point. And same with Trump, right? If he was lying about the voter fraud, and he listed all these instances of voter fraud. If he was lying, then he's guilty. Probably guilty of seditious treason, as they say. An actual capital offense. If he was lying, so that seems to be the central question, right? So listen. Could this all play out this way? I mean, it can't be. It's too simple. But could this all play out this way? They take him to court. They take Giuliani to court, and they say, okay, here's my defense. I'm going to show you not only why I have probable cause for all my outlandish claims, I'm going to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. And here's all the evidence. You're a cult. Screw you. Right? It seems to be. Have you ever seen Unearthly Child or The Tribe of Gum, whatever you want to call it, episode 4? Billy Hartnell is saying, this is the finest knife I ever seen. He's holding a bit of flint in black and white. This is the finest knife I ever seen. Oh, it had been cooked. I have not seen it's better. And then Car or Czar, I think it was Car, going, my knife is better. My knife is... See, what was going on? It was a ruse because somebody had killed the old woman. And Car said it was Czar, I believe. And he says, with this knife, he killed the old woman. He say, and then William Hartnell says, but this knife has no blood on it. And he said, and I have not seen the better knife. It is the best knife ever. Then Car gets pissed off. Right? Car gets pissed off. Goes, well, my knife is better. He says, my knife. He pulls out his knife, right? And he shows it to William Hartnell. William Hartnell holds up and said, this knife shows what it has done. This knife is covered in blood. And then Car says, yes, I kill old woman. And they cast him out. And then for some reason they chase him. They chase him through the Lime Grove forest. And they just get into harder. And they go off to the Daleks, I believe. Right? Yeah, right into the Daleks. No, not a lucky day. Or was it Edge of Destruction? Oh man. No, I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up. This no shows. So yeah, is that how this is gonna play out? I mean, it just seems so too bloody simple. Like, what would happen? That's too. I mean, look, Giuliani has to substantiate why he said that the Minion voters vote machines did fraud. He has to substantiate that, which means he has to. And so here's what's going down though. If you saw the George Stephanopoulos clip where he's interviewing Rand Paul, they can't conceptualize a universe. Yeah, I got to show you this other thing. They can't conceptualize a universe in which Trump isn't lying, right? They can't, no matter how many times he's right. Here, so I want to show you what propaganda looks like. Let me put on these two things. Okay, two guests. This is going to take me about 10 minutes then. So take a seat or limber up, whatever you want to do, mate. Right, and then we're on to you. Then I'll say hello to the chat. Then we're on to you. Okay, that's the running order. Okay, there we go. Again, if you want to go take a leak, now's your time. I just choose to soil myself publicly. Why not? Listen, I'm nearly 50, mate. Who am I trying to impress, right? Yeah. And my kids say, Daddy, why do you stink of piss? He says, because I stink of piss. That's why. It's just what it is. That's what it is to get old. Anyway, as I was saying, yes, I'll opening this up. Share screen. Application tab. Ta-da! It sounds very like application. Ta-da! I'm going to apply something. Fine. So this is a Facebook back and forth I had with actually an actual friend of mine, right? Who I like. That's why I scrubbed his name out. I don't want to be a dick to him, right? He was a bit of a dick to me, but I don't want to be a dick to him because I kind of like him, and we, other than this bull crap, we all kind of agree, we like each other, right? So I don't, but it shows the mindset. And it blows your bloody mind, right? It's I don't see how we're not going to end the world through it, but okay. So I posted my video about saying you're in a totalitarian nightmare. This is the dystopian future that everybody's all warned about. You had a witnessless inauguration surrounded by military, more military that was in Northern Ireland, right? While they have to sleep in parking garages. So you got that going on, right? And then you got an erosion of every value you could put, liberty, democracy. There is no functional democracy, right? And now in the first 10 days, Biden is let me be a supervillain. I'm gonna up the price of insulin because those fatties have had it too good. Those basically, that's what went on. That was the conversation in the overlay. Yeah, no, screw insulin and EpiPens. Yeah, screw them. Those people. What was it? The people, with people with nut allergies. Yeah, screw them. I'm upping their bloody upping their meds. That's what's going on. Really? The thing about China not being able to control America's power supply. Yeah, we can do that now. It's for you good, baby. It's for you good. Everything's for you good, baby. So yes. Anyway. So yeah. So he comments, says, "See you back, and that's me. Just fantasy comic books. In reality, we had an election and the fascist demagogue lost. Okay, so we had an election. We agree, sort of, right? We agree, sort of. And the fascists. Oh, well, I disagree with you. Think that he's a fascist. I think we are in fascism, right? I think it's fascism. Demagogue. I don't think that Biden's a demagogue. I think probably Trump is closer to demagogue. I don't think he is, but I think he's in that ballpark, and it's a fair criticism. I'll take that one. Lost. I don't think he did. so we disagree on many levels, right? On many levels. Oh man, I didn't hit the click more after. Okay, I'll read it off screen. Whatever in regards of voter fraud in the election, the facts of the matter that the US currently is not a functional democracy. It's 40% of the electorate have no faith in the electoral process. Oh man, I got to read the whole thing. This was actually a good. Now I got to find it. It's a pain in the ass. Back, doctor, back. I bet the Game of Sutek is like that. Not Game of Sutek, the mind bending. Back, doctor, back. Oh yeah, okay, fine, found it. Okay, yeah, this thing goes on bloody air forever. That's why. But I don't want to show you here, so I'll just read it. Okay, so wait. America's currently not a functional democracy, as 40% of the electorate has no faith in electoral process. Freedom of speech is a thing of the past, unless, of course, you say the right things, and truth and reality is defined by unaccountable Twitter fact checkers. Sounds like you're actually in a fascist dystopia now, doesn't it? It does. To me, it just does. You know, I think you probably are. There have been no open and transparent investigations to many allegations of voter fraud. And I'm sorry, you can have anyone in any level of authority say that 2 + 2 = 5, and they can actually all say it in unison as well. I don't care. I don't care. Without demonstrating that, you've got to show me how 2 + 2 = 5. Not say, yeah, no, I checked, it's all cool. Yeah, no, I checked, it's all cool. Yeah, no. We got to pop the hood, and we got to see your workings, mate. We got to see your workings. It's really of no consequences. And the Biden side of the aisle, complete resistance to actually disproving the claims, and rather sidestepping the questions with screams of "nothing to see here" doesn't add credibility at all. Meanwhile, the last week, the glorious new leader has increased the cost of EpiPens insulin. Yeah, that's fat as Senate Cummington. Starting with the massive military escalation in the Middle East, effectively ended women's sports and religious women's gyms, lost 70,000 jobs, showed utter disdain for the military by shoving the National Guard in a parking garage, whereas Trump opened his hotel for use for law enforcement, and curiously rescinded the prohibition for China to operate control America's U.S. electrical supply. On top of that, he's yeah, this is the best bit. Yeah, like really, I mean, I can't work out why they're all crying, right? The unions, they're all crying about this this pipeline. He said he was going to do it. He said he was curtailing fracking. Everything he said, he's like, what? Yeah, like he actually said it. I'm sorry your union sold you out, right? But that's what he said. And your union sold you out, in my opinion. On top of that, he's made enemy of the unions, BLM and Antifa. Yeah, and gee, have fun trying to put those back in the box. And let's be frank, it's not going that well now, is it? Right. So, okay. Fine. So yeah. So listen. Here's the thing: they can't engage you on the point. So maybe try a hand-up comedy. In the meantime, since you have so much loyalty to the cult leader, let's have a moment of reflection on the twits of what a sadic, that means a righteous person, he was. Yeah, again, that seems like I understand you don't like him, and honestly, I understand you got reason to dislike him. He's an awfully cool person. I wouldn't be able to deny that. So I reply back. Yeah, maybe try hand-up comedy. So I said, maybe try not curling up in a ball and shoving your fingers in your ears and screaming whenever anybody points out facts you don't like. Yeah, that was harsher than wanted to come out, but you know, what can you do? You mean like Trump was a traitor? Okay. Okay, so now it gets frosty. Hey, and this is where he loses. Because I'm telling the truth. If he was barefaced lying about voter fraud, he absolutely was a traitor. Of course, the only way to establish that will be to go over the allegations and debunk them, which would mean pulling the ballots and seeing if they were illegal. I wonder why your side of the aisle was so resistant to that. Because if they did, you would completely prove your point and legitimize Biden for the whole electorate. You'll save the country. That seems to be something that will go down well. Like, everybody would respect the hell out of that, right? And whatever it is, it is. If he lost, he lost. If he won, who cares? But that's what you got to do, right? That's what you got to do. And there's only one side saying no to that. So this is where again, this is really important. This is why I'm talking about this. You got to know what you know, right? If somebody tells you something, you just know that somebody told it to you, right? That's all. And yeah, if you ever watch Survivor, that guy Russell Hanson was crazy. He was able to understand that, right? Like people just, I should be telling the truth, right? We've lived with SJWs for the last 4 years, where we know, and it still blows their mind how much they lie, right? How much lie. So that's not what's going on. I just think we'll read his answer. Right, so the Trump-appointed judges who reviewed the dozens of cases and saw little to overturn the elections were lying, but the scumbag Trump was telling the truth. Please, what a joke. I'm like, listen, again, I understand your animus. I get it. I hear what you're saying. I understand your animus. But you've been right and you've been wrong about so many things. So I'm sorry. Just all you got to do is put it. And I don't care who tells me. I don't care how many people tell me 2 + 2 = 5. Just demonstrate that, right? All you got to do is demonstrate that, because I smell a rat, right? All you know when somebody's told you something is that somebody told you something. If you don't know it for yourself, if you haven't seen it for your own hand, then you don't know it's gone down. So I said, sorry. Without these allegations actually being specifically debunked, America is no longer a democracy. I understand you find it very unlikely there was voter fraud. Why not simply and easily prove that, and thereby legitimize Biden, unify the country, and gain overwhelming support for imprisoning Trump? Sounds like a massive win for your side of the aisle to me. Why do you think they're dragging their feet to do that? I think that's a pretty good question, right? I do think it's a good question. Ever heard of judges' cases, Supreme Court? They all said no to the orange monster. Yeah, I understand. I don't care. I think half of them were terrified of having their houses burnt down by your Antifa or BLM funds, right? I think it's exactly how the Germany in the 1930s that certain gentleman came to power. That's exactly the same way. It was too much trouble to stop him, right? What am I going to do? I'm one guy. I'm going to fight against Google and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. I mean, like, really? No. And every political apparatus. No, I can't. Screw that. You win. Okay. So yeah, again, just prove it. And if they don't, it's end the story. But I think it's gonna be end the story, mate. I think that's what things go down. Again, I understand it's all cut and dried issue. For 40% of the US, it isn't. Like it or not, they exist. Just pull the ballots and debunk all the allegations, and you have a massive win. And without it, the world's greatest democracy is no longer democracy. Again, if these allegations are debunked, I'll be right along with you, demanding that Trump face the full consequences for lying so brazenly. All you have to do is prove it, which should be simplicity itself. Should be. Yeah. So there you go. That's where. But yeah, I mean, like, is he just gonna have to give testimony and say, "Did you lie, Mr. President?" Or whatever. Giuliani will be like, "No." And I don't get it. I don't get, why wouldn't that happen? But I don't know. I mean, listen, I can see them actually having him case with him bound and gagged, right? Can't you? I can so see them wanting to do that. Fine. Let's say hello to the chat, and then we'll get on to the guests. Kev L is here. Blast on Bars is here. Yeah, the sun sword is gone. Mabel Bob 23. How you doing? Maybe honestly. But why someone say good morning, Rabbi? from a freshly snow-covered county city in Madison, Wisconsin. Okay. Oh man, I did touch the mouse. It just jumped like crazily. Okay, that does sound like a like an X-rated reference. Like, hey baby, what's a snow-covered mountain? Like, that sounds like the kind of thing that is a thing. Like, again, rusty trombone, you wouldn't really think is a thing, but it's really a thing. It's really a thing. David Lincoln says, hey, Rabbi, Darren M, how you doing? Tracy Thomas says, hello. Darren M, I have to thank you very much. And you really have to let me pay you for sending me shipping supplies. I got everybody's winnings all wrapped up, ready to go to the post office. Thank you very much to Darren for sending me a plethora of shipping supplies, amongst other goodies, I have to tell you, which have entertained the whole family. Trace Thomas is here. PD Rich, how you doing? Man, I am like 20 minutes behind already. Beyond time, what's up? Oh my God, I can't believe how I do like to chat. Okay, that's kind of I like a chat. I like that. Toss Truth is here, Peter Rich. I think I already said hello to you, Peter Rich, but I'll say hello again. I love them at the end of the worst of woe. So I changed my sandwich to I told you so. Basically, I mean, listen, they said it was coming. Now just wait and see. I think that was a Bob Geldof song. This is the end of the end of the world. For 5,000 years, you must surely have heard. Nostradamus and Jesus and Buddha and me. We said it was coming. Now just wait and see. And I saw a thing say 88% America say America is going violently wrong, and they're very dissatisfied. That's not a good idea, considering how many of them are armed. I mean, listen. Here's the thing. Here's the truth, though. The reason nothing's kicked off is because there's nowhere. Like once there's a call to arms, then you're gonna see shit go down if that happens, right? But right now there's nowhere to really go. I mean, what are you gonna do? But if there's a call to arms, I don't know what could precipitate that, right? Probably a Democrat overreach, or let's say Democratic reach around. Although not so much. They certainly don't give a reach around, really. I mean, the juniors, they're whining like bitches. What is wrong with you? All these pipe layers unions. I mean, firstly, say being a member of the pipe layer union, that does sound, hey, baby. I mean, like, I want to join that union just so I can say, I'm a card-carrying member of a pipe layer union, baby. Liam Nelson's chin, I will find you, and I will kill you. Is here. What's it? Seth MacFarlane wants to do a lethal gun reboot with Liam Neeson. I think that's an awfully good idea. Brian B, how you doing, me old sir? Carol Lynch is here. I'm sorry I didn't say hello to you in the other chat, by the way, on Dan's stream. To anybody who said hello to me, I do. I was in the middle of doing 3 other things. You know, I'm a bit the boomer. Just how you doing, Carol Lynch? Lucan 5. What's that? What's the line? There is no sanctuary. Tell me location or sanctuary. There is no sanctuary. Retro Dickie is here. PD Rich is very, very correct. Oh, really? You got to plug your channel. I saw you put. Was it you? You put something out about it on Twitter, I think, right? And I was like, "Oh, that channel is really good. I go check it out." Heather Sula's there. Heather, your package is all wrapped up, ready to go. Again, everything sounds like double entendres to me. Esther and Buckheimer, how you do? But that's why you like this channel, because everything does sound like double entendres to me. Stuart Perry, I do like your avatar, Stuart Perry. That's pretty cool. Jamie Tipton 1. Yeah, you want to get in there first. Beat out all those other Jamie Tiptons, even though I do know of another Jamie Tipton. I think his name's Jamie. Trump's already getting ready for standing in. And Tony, yeah, I know. Oh man, I know. It's cray. They're not making it to 2024, mate. They're not making it to 2024. It's end of days, right? Oh, I got a message in the chat. Okay, yeah, whatever. Cool. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm just let me catch up with the chat. I'm like, I'm zooming by. Yeah, basically is here. With CK Charlie Chats. How you doing, CK Charlie Chats? I do like your name. Based on the picture, Trump was impeached a second time for saying "smell my beer." Listen, that's why he's going. That's what the reason he became president is because they took the piss out of him in that press dinner. Okay, never, ever, ever underestimate the power of a slight. Right, never. Or if you're Bill Clinton, the offer of a blowjob. Right, really? Like, I think I could have probably turned that down. Right, and I don't have that much self-control. But I think I could probably have turned that down. Derek Manis is here. How you doing, sir? 25 6 April in the first 2 days. Yeah, I know. It is out of this. I mean, and they're like, what's the one? Yeah, basically he ended women's sport. You're not allowed to tell women with penises, this is a woman without penises area anymore. You're not allowed to differentiate. With a schlong, without a schlong, you could all be ladies, right? There you go. And if you do differentiate, you're a bigot. Okay, cool, very good. Right, wait. We go. I'm just camera is selling. Oh yeah. Here, 1 second. I gotta read this thing to. This is crazy. Okay. Somebody of a different faith sent me this because this isn't. So I'm not an expert at this, but I got to share it with you because it's crazy. But I can't show who sent it, right? Because that would be bad. Okay. What do I do? How do I do that? If I just let me grab the photo and I'll just share the photo and I'll read what it was tagged with it. Okay. 1 second. Share screen. I know this will probably freak you out more than me because you're probably Christian and I'm not, right? So it doesn't freak me out as much as it freaks you out. But okay, here we go. So with this picture came along a thing saying Revelation 17, 3 verses 3 to 4. Then he carried me away in a spirit to a deserted place, right? We're talking about with the inauguration, where I saw a woman seated on a scarlet beast that was covered with blasphemous names. With 7 heads and horns and 10 horns. I have no idea what that means. The woman was wearing purple. Look at her wearing purple and scarlet and adorned with gold, precious stones and pearls. She held in her hand a gold cup that was filled with the abominable and sordid deeds of her harlotry. So wait. Is God calling? This is not me. This is Revelations. Is God calling the vice president a filthy slut? Really? That's a bit. Listen, I'm glad it's God and not me because I couldn't get away with that. That would be crazy. Of course, that would not be me. Not even my religion. Don't know anything about it. Just somebody sent it to me. Okay? I thought I'd share that with you. Dr. Scott Do, how you doing? Vanessa Law, Chris Persia. I'm zooming. Charlotte Shields, Andy Cyberman. Okay, well, Charlotte Shields. Hello to you. Raymond Williams, how are you? Vanessa Law. Hello to you. I'll say hello to you again. You know what? You deserve a second hello. Why not? Why not indeed? Gerald Lang, I do always like your avatar. Always gets my attention. Tracy Thomas, hello to you. Jack Dexter, how you doing? Kel Lynch, I think it's everyone. Okay, I think we're safe. I think we're good. Okay, let me just check the chat, the private chat, because you know I'm a private guy. Okay, we all ready? Thumbs up if we're all ready. There you go. Well, half was ready. Fine. Let me pull up your Indiegogo. I'll put it in the chat. Wait, can we copy that? We'll do, and this goes over there. Comment. Fine. So this is Rod Looper and John Hervey. I have no idea
what's up.
What's up, man? It's good to see you, Rod.
Thank you so much for joining me. I listen. I normally talk a little bit. We're going, but I got to finish my thought. What do you want out of me? Yeah, let me open up your Indiegogo. It is in the chat. The Indiegogo. Okay. Who are you guys? Tell me who you are.
So Rod and I, we we actually collaborated on Black Tiger, Legacy of Fury.
I have mine.
Writer.
Let me big.
I'm that's the paperback version, and then we got the hardcover version.
Cool.
So that's what's that? 172
172
pages of goodness on there.
How much?
172 pages.
I was gonna say then you got decent quality paper as well.
Yes, indeed. So that was the first campaign that we did, and that campaign actually closed. We actually sold out of all those books.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask a question. Who did you print in the US or anywhere else?
We printed in the US.
Okay, who did you go with?
We went with a small printer in California called KAC Design.
Okay, why did you go with them?
I went with them just because at the time that's where I was, and it made sense. My family and I, we've since moved to Houston, and for this campaign, we're probably going to use Mix'em.
Right. So, okay, I got a question for you. Okay, are you talking to somebody at Mix'em?
Not yet.
Okay, fine. So I called them up yesterday. Both their numbers on the site don't work, aren't in service. I got through the UK one. Here's what I'm doing. Right?
Okay.
Because I got my campaign launching shortly, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be split between the US and the UK. I want everybody to get local shipping, so I'm gonna print with Mix'em. As long as you do like 100, it's like reasonable, right? In the UK, and they'll do the fulfillment, and I'll print with Mix'em in the US. I'll probably get.
You've got somebody to fulfill for you in the US side.
Well, what?
You've got someone on the US that'll fulfill for you.
Yeah, I'll probably get out with this. I want to get John Maynard's company.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, listen, why reinvent the wheel? They know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I know John Malin's doing that. I know RJ who Critical Blast.
Right.
He's also doing something. So it seems like there's some good solutions.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you ever want to do small runs of anything, I really recommend Kablam, KA-BLAM printers.com printers.
Okay.
They're based out of Orlando. They can do one. Okay, they'll do a print of one. And it's like $10. It's not like crazy, right?
Yeah.
But like, as long as you get into ranges of in like the dozens, it's the same price as Mix'em.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I thought it'd be more expensive.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
That's good to know. So you said you haven't been able to reach anyone at Mix'em?
Okay, wait. Let's back up a little bit, but let's get a bit of a background. John, let's start with you. What's your journey into comics? Tell me why you love comics.
If it wasn't for comics, I probably wouldn't have been reading. I'm
right there with you. 2000 AD for me, though.
Yeah.
Same for.
I mean, when I started reading comics, it was before the direct market really was a thing. So you could get comics at your local drugstore. You could get it at.
Oh, right.
So
Well,
I'd go with like my mom.
Yeah,
I'd go with like my mom.
Every news agent.
Yeah.
You get them anywhere.
Exactly. So I'd go with my mom, and she'd let me buy a book or two. And at the time, kind of the big cartoons were like the Super Friends, and they would show like the old Spider-Man the cartoons from the 60s of Spider-Man and Thor and Iron Man, and so I had an idea about who some of those characters were. I hadn't pieced together that the characters in the Super Friends were the Justice League.
Can I just interrupt you for a second? As I'm scrolling through this book, I don't want to hurry you up because I'm interested in your story. This book is awesome. I can't wait to read this book. That looks freaking awesome. Oh, sorry. Carry on.
Thank you. So I better speed up my story.
No, you're cool. It'll take as long as it takes.
The book that actually got me to be like a collector, because it's cool to be a collector now, but back in the day, it wasn't cool. So it's like, it was very much kind of like a secret thing. And then as you found out other people that did, hey, you collect too. Well, I was at the comic book rack, and there was one spinner rack at the at the store we would go to. Then they expanded to 2, and that was a big deal. 2 spinner racks full of comics. And one day I was there, and I'm like, my mom only gave me enough money to get 2 comics. So I'm like, oh man. So I'm sitting down the stairs, and I'm looking at the books and reading, and I pulled one book up, and it had a giant Crusher Creel on it, and he was holding Miss Marvel, the good Miss Marvel, the original Miss Marvel, in his hand like he's King Kong. And Iron Man's attacking him.
I got it right here. Have you seen the King Kong versus Godzilla trailer?
I've seen the trailer.
Oh man, that looks freaking awesome.
I've seen the trailer. I was like, okay. You know?
I wasn't psyched for it, and I'm like, oh yeah, HBO Max, take my money.
No, look, once I saw the trailer, I was like, okay.
$15 right there.
I was like, that looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? What, I'm going to see King Kong smack down Godzilla. Yeah, I'm paying $15. You got my $15. That's it.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, this is your best strategy.
Yeah. Well, that whole industry is changing. That's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole conversation in and of itself.
For sure.
Listen. I'm just going to let you into a little secret, right? Little secret. Been telling everybody on my channel this for the last few weeks. I'm a religious fundamentalist, right? I'm a rabbi. I'm a Bible thumper. I think we've triggered the apocalypse, right? We've got all these like Kabbalistic prophecies about are like sort of coming true, or they're lighting up. So Western civilization, it's probably gonna be okay in the end, but probably has about 6 months. All right, just let you know now. If anything you can do, buy water. Make sure you got a supply of water and 2 weeks worth of food. Okay, then they the king in the apocalypse.
Yeah, back to the fundamentals, huh?
Sorry. Yeah,
back to the base.
Yeah, back to the very basics. Water and survival.
Right, and comic books. Listen,
you always
if you're going through the apocalypse, you need a good read. Okay, that's what you're going to need.
Yeah.
For sure.
We'll start this one. Look, this is a great campaign. I can't wait to start going through. Love this cover, by the way.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, man. I mean, this is and just like Rod, he and I we've been working together for over 15 years now. And it all started with this baby, Black Tiger. And for those of you that didn't pick up Black Tiger, we're actually going to be launching a mailing list for the next Black Tiger campaign, which is following this book up. So we'll reprint this.
Tiger. What's the elevator pitch?
So Black Tiger, it's a story of, I'd say it's a story of change. It's generational change. It's cultural change. You have second generation Asian American brother and sister who are basically in line to become the next Black Tiger. And all of us the thing that I like about it is all of us can relate to change. We can relate to change, whether it's culturally. I mean, you, brother, you're in the UK now, right?
No, I'm in Israel.
Oh, you are in Israel. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so you are truly in the promised land. But
listen, dude, look, things like this is what I'm telling you about biblical prophecies coming true. There's supposed to be like some world crippling event at the end of days. Like many of them, it's like a pandemic essentially, and the place the only place that ever becomes really okay is Israel.
Yeah,
which we're on track. We're like everybody in my town's been at the vaccine. Like everyone. It's like it's crazy.
Got to rebuild the temple. That's all.
Listen, keep that on the DL. Keep on the DL. You're gonna cause riots, mate. You're gonna cause riots.
Sorry, man. I didn't say anything. Anything.
It is in our prayers we do 3 times a day. But we keep it quiet. It quiet.
Yeah. I didn't say anything. You didn't hear anything. But you were saying. Rod and I, we started working together on Black Tiger over 15 years ago.
Right.
And so that first volume of Black Tiger is the culmination of that first story arc, and it is a complete story arc. Right. So it takes you get to see 4 different Black Tigers because Black Tiger, think of it more as a mantle that's passed through time. So over the millennia, there's always been a Black Tiger, and it's it's something that is started in ancient China and has moved forward through time, and you really get to see kind of what happens with a character who is, for all intents and purposes, just an American. Without the deepest roots to their culture, becoming a Black Tiger. And so that's that story. This story, Magna, is in the same world.
I was gonna say, is this in the same universe? Because by the way, this other color is also freaking awesome as well.
Yeah. So I call that cover the Behold the Pantheon, because the story is called Magna, the Last Pantheon. And
let me ask, how many pages is this?
That one is 76.
Yeah, that's a nice size. It's a nice size. And the physical copy is $25, right?
Yes, sir.
That's totally reasonable. Totally. Listen, that's a nice price.
So what we're trying to do is we know we don't have the periodicity that you get when you get a book in a shop. So we got to give you enough meat.
Yeah,
but when you do come back,
issues here. Right?
Yeah, when you do come back, you feel like you got something. So basically, it's 3 issues that comprise this part of the story arc, and then the next 3 issues will complete this story arc. And part of it is Rod and I, as we work together, we've been, just trying to. And I think everybody that's in this movement is trying to figure out what the business model best looks like. It's like you can provide books that are small.
Wait! What was this one? To Tel Aviv with Love.
One of my backers was in Tel Aviv, and he backed one of the bigger options.
Right.
But he wanted to back something else as well. But the international shipping is problematic. But he was already backing something, so I just said, listen, if for what you're already backing, I don't mind eating shipping on some of this other stuff, because that's an easy concession, right. So I just made a tier for him basically to be able to pick up the other things he wanted to pick up.
All right, cool.
Yeah, cool. It's and that's part of, I think, in the course of the next year. I mean, we're seeing it already. It's getting easier for books to come to the U.S. Cheaper, but we need strategies to get the books out of the U.S.
Yeah, listen. Again. That's why I'm putting in two locations.
Yeah,
exactly why. I mean, listen. Australia's still too expensive.
Yeah,
Australia's like 3 times the price of printing. So I mean, listen. Unless I get a bunch of orders in Australia, but I think I got like 3 listeners there.
Australia is an interesting market, though. I've seen. Actually, I think I've seen. I think UK though has actually been second now. But for a while, Australia was second in terms of where I was seeing. And it always, I guess, it depends on, kind of who catches the eye of your book as well. I know Michael Bancroft.
Did you have to help promote you with your books?
So I think like in Australia, like I was able to go on Michael Bancroft's channel.
Oh, that's a great channel.
Yeah. And that helped a lot. But then on the UK side, I was able to go on Charlie's London's and some other the UK CG channels, and that's helped a lot in the UK.
By the way, you pop through that goal pretty quick.
Well, I'll tell you the thing with yeah, the thing was we had already completed production. So
exactly. That's
so I'd already
paid where I am with my campaign.
I'd already paid for it. So I was like, even if only one person orders a book, they're going to get their book.
Yeah, exactly. And again, printing today, it's incredible what they can do. Everything's bespoke. I don't know which cover I listen. I will probably end up going to. Which tier did you get all 3?
So if you go that a little bit further down, the graphic novel trifecta, that one.
This one?
Yeah. That one you get all 3.
Because I don't know which one to get.
Yeah,
really good.
The covers, and the cool thing about, kind of when we originally did the books, we did them as if we were doing floppies. So we had covers for each chapter, so to speak, for each issue.
Right.
So then we said, hey, we've got 3 covers for people to choose from, and the covers are really phenomenal.
Yeah, they're great. They're great.
Yeah. And this story is actually set during it's in 1942. So as you and I know,
I didn't even ask you what the story is about, because like it's crazy. We got this pantheon of God stuff, and we got werewolves. What's going on?
A little bit of everything. So this is this is a story, a hero story of a character who has been tucked away in this fictitious city of Tree City, Idaho, until this werebeast comes knocking at her family's door, and she has to use her power to defend her family. And with that, she learns that her parents actually adopted her, and this takes her on a journey. This takes her to the homeland of her adoptive parents in Finland. And if you're in Finland, I mean, you're already so close to Asgard as it is. From there you might as well just
basically next door.
Yeah, exactly. So
cool.
As she's unraveling some of these mysteries, she finds herself in league with the last of the mighty men of old. She finds herself in league with this hodgepodge pantheon, characters from the Aesir, which is Asgardian lore, Egyptian, Olympian, and Chinese lore, and they are struggling for survival. And she finds herself in the midst of that struggle. And as she learns more about herself, she becomes a linchpin as to whether these old deities will survive or not.
No way.
So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Growing up, I always kind of enjoyed reading about mythology, and it was always interesting to me how in mythology the stories were always very much beginning, middle, and ending. So there was an ending to all these different mythologies. So I was like, tying some of the endings of these mythologies together, and a little help from Genesis 7, and maybe a little bit of Book of Enoch, come together with I think a story that's fun, and that's a good adventure for people.
I'm sorry, I was just freezing. There you go. I'm back. I was like, that was so weird. I was like, there you go. That's better. Cool.
Yeah.
Rod, how did you get into comics? What was your journey into comics, mate?
Oh man, I draw. First of all, thank you for invite us for this chat. Thank you for all the friends.
Oh,
and bro,
well, I'm glad you know.
No,
I really
you
like
are
your
very
books.
nice.
Look, the bottom line is I do really like the books.
Yeah, I always drew. So since I have, I don't know, 7 years old, so I never stopped because my family always support in that way. Like keep drawing, you know what I mean? If you need paper, here's the paper. If you need pens, here's the pen. That's enough. That's enough.
Willie, that Terry Comics is here. Have you ever been on his channel?
Wait, whose channel?
Willie,
yeah.
get in contact.
Yeah, I got Willie's book.
These are good guys. Get in contact and get them
I
on.
ordered Willie's book.
Yeah, and
well, that was with the Teddy Bogeyman.
Yeah,
Teddy Bogeyman.
Yeah.
So I keep drawing, and I grew up before internet also. So to get it, and I feel the same way as John. When we started to collect some comic books was something like weird to arrive on the college and say, oh, I'm collecting comic books. You know what I mean? You say, oh, don't tell anyone, but I like comic books. So it was weird to grow up like this. It's not like today.
In college, you can tell people pretty much anything, you know. There's very little you're not allowed to be into anymore.
Yeah. So the good thing is this part of imagination in my mind grow up very, very strong. So to have fun, I just need that, a paper and a pencil. It's not like today that is mobile phone all the time, you know what I mean? So my mind always like of stories and creates, and then I start to make some samples. I start to try to get in on Marvel, DC, but I make like 300 pages of tests and never get an answer, or, oh, keep going. And then you get tired because you start to grow up, the bills start to show up, and you get to make money, you know what I mean? And then back then, we didn't have Facebook, YouTube, nothing. So we have...
I tell you, listen, it's so much better now for people like us than it was then.
So much.
Like we
it's
have
totally
control
different.
over our destiny, right?
Everything. Yeah. So back in the day, if you want to find some jobs or gigs of comic books, you get in on forums or websites. And I found John on digital web.
Even then, it was like a nightmare.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I had a forum in the website named Digital Webbing. So he posted
I remember
there.
That one. Yeah.
You remember that?
I was looking for artists there all the time.
That's how Rod and I met.
And we met there because he posted some. In fact, he posted some concepts from Black Tiger, and I recognized the style of the drawing, and I say, man, I recognize who drew that. And then I know later that was my friend here in Brazil, and he gave up. He chose another path. I think he was working on something. And then John said, look, I have this story and I need a penciler because the guy left. So I really like this story because it wasn't just a kung fu story or a brother and sister. It was bigger. It's true time, from samurais to nowadays to the future. And as I like of concept art, video games, I always like this size of creativity in the story or surprise. I need to be constantly surprised in my mind when I read a text. And when I get older, it's harder and harder to get that because we watch it so many movies, so many books, that when you get a new comic book, you say, I already saw that. You know what I mean? And that's...
I want to interrupt you for a second. This is a great tier. There's only 2 left, right? There's we've only got 2 of these left. These was it?
This is the commission. This is the commission.
Commission.
So you get a copy of the book plus a bust up commission drawing of any character of your choosing, and you can give Marcio. You can give him references too. If it's some folks I know have asked for commission of their own character.
Yeah, because
it is I think an 8x10.
Oh, that's a nice size.
So it's good size.
8x10. It's almost.
Yeah.
Size.
You can get, and Rod has a commission. If you go further down, that's a full body pencil and ink.
Yeah.
Full body pencil and ink, plus a copy of the book
of any character.
Listen, you're throwing when people paying you real money, you're throwing a copy of the book in.
Yeah.
What was that, 200?
Yeah, so that's a full body.
But it's a full body.
That's really good. And no one's claimed it yet. Then you got 10 pages. That's a great level. That's a great level to have.
No, I agree. We're gonna start featuring that one soon. I'm sure folks will grab that because it's a great one.
Yeah. So how much longer does this have to run for?
Well, it's in demand now. So we actually already have the print files. So this week, gonna load those up because you've seen Mixum's kind of setup. So we're gonna load those up and order a. I was gonna say we were gonna just get a test copy of each book. Make sure it looks the way that we want it to look.
Yeah, that's always worth the extra time.
It's worth it. Somebody was asking me before. It's like, oh well, are they going to give you a free book to see what? Like, no, but order it. It's worth it. Make sure before you order 100 of something. Spend the money, and make sure that book looks the way you want.
Hey, listen. Let me show you something really cool. I'm offering this with my with my campaign when I get to it. The artist of one of my books, Dominic Rancho, does these these are all the size of trading, right?
Yeah.
So he'll do you a bespoke one. Yeah, these are aren't these cool?
Those are very cool.
Hand drawn.
These are nice, man.
Cards.
These are nice cards.
Yeah.
I work a lot with cards some time of my life. It's fun, man, to do little piece of art.
Cool.
Those are good. Those are really good.
Cool, and he does here. Let me find the 3D ones. Yeah, let me turn this off so I don't docs it. Although this is part of the profile. But let me find. He does these really cool 3D ones. Where are they? Just going. I'm whizzing through his profile because here it is. These are these are cool ones. Hang on a second. So these ones have 3D elements built into them.
Oh, okay, I can see.
You can't really see it, but this one is. It's very.
That's cool.
That's crazy.
That's cool. Wow, those are nice.
In fact, what's that? Wow. While I'm showing off my wares, check this out. This is one of my graphic novels. But like I said, anybody signing up, the link is in the notes right now. Anybody signing up, joining the mail list. I'm launching this either Sunday or the following Saturday. You get one of these four art cards called For the Male Gaze. This is the first one. The first one I call Keeping the British End Up.
Nice.
All these are based on my masturbatory fantasies when I was 13 years old. Masturbatory fantasies, which were all genre related. So James Bond.
Very much James Bond. Yeah.
James Bond. You can't. It's hard to say no to. Space 1999. We'll go for that one. Party Like It's 1999. Do you ever see Space 1999?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. It never looked that good. Okay. It never looked that good. But never mind.
And people are going to go watch it. Then they're going to be upset. They're like, "Hey, I thought I was going to see something."
Listen. Get the card rather than watch what you can watch, right? You can watch. Get several cards because they might end up getting stuck together. This is another one I like a lot. Don't even think it's Citizen.
I like a Judge Dredd.
Looks
Judge Dreddish.
The fine detailing. Without a close look, and it's very, very good. I mean, I've never seen Judge Anderson's nipples, but if I had, I imagine they'll look like this. But the pièce de résistance, the best one, of course, is this one, For the Male Gaze. Have you ever seen Doctor Who?
Yeah.
So Doctor Who, in just in the same microsecond, I hit puberty, right? Like in '82, they had this lady was on it called Nicola Bryant, and they decided. Firstly, they put her in a bikini. This is a pretty fair rendition of her. But then for the show, they put her in this very tight spandex and heels, and she's been trapped in my head ever since. This is the image trapped in my head. As she played Perry. It's called No Hanky Panky. Oh, well, listen, I got an action figure of her right here. And you'll see the likeness that Dominic came up with is slightly better than this one. Although the proportions are pretty correct, and the outfit is as tight as it was on TV. You see, she described it as a gay man's idea of something that was sexy. A gay man and a 12-year-old boy. Okay, both of those very, very sexy. Anyway, here was it. I'll show you what it goes. So this is this is the serious graphic novel that goes with. It's biblical Bible stories, the atheists, Christians, rationalists, and rogues. And this is the fun one, the Imperium, saving the 1960s from threats beyond reality. It's this is like James Bond,
cool.
Doctor Who.
Really nice cover.
I like the texture.
Dominic, freaking awesome. The Black Star from 2001 and a monkey in a spacesuit. Okay, you got all those together.
You never get wrong with the monkey in the spacesuit.
Never go
Seriously.
wrong.
Never go wrong. Never.
Yeah.
Fine. Listen, I'm going to plug your thing one more time. And I already go and check it out. I would recommend. Listen, if it's possible to do a print run in England, you'll probably sell more because I saw people in chat go, "Wow, man, $25 of shipping." Yeah, if you could print some in England, I don't know, and offer you UK shipping, and you could do the CG UK stuff. I bet you, I as long as you print like I don't know, I think you got to print. There's full color though. You got to get about 20, 30 orders to make it worthwhile.
Right. Exactly.
Otherwise,
I mean, but is that? I mean, I should circle up with Willie. I mean, is that a thing? Is CG UK kind of doing that? I mean, because having a fulfillment.
This was my idea.
Okay.
They're not. They should be. By the way, this reminds me of the better issues of Sandman, right? It's Sandman had kind of ropey art, but occasionally they had like better issues of art. This is that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's like supernaturalist feel. I really enjoy this. Fine. So listen. The link's in the chat. The link. I'll make sure the link goes in the notes as well. Yeah, no, I got a billion things I need to cover. So fine. I'm gonna. Where's the next thing going in? Next thing's over here. Fine. Okay. Do you watch Torchwood at all?
No.
Watch it.
It's a spin-off from Doctor Who. Don't worry about it. Fine, gentlemen. I'm gonna take your screen. If you want me to put anything else in the chat, just put it in the private chat. I'm happy to done with it. Rod, you're setting. You have two original pages that you're setting, aren't you?
All right. I have the cover from Black Tiger, and I don't know if you can see here, but it's a huge piece of art.
Oh man, that's like
it's like four.
It's 4 pages.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I love it.
That's the cover.
It's a big poster on your wall.
All right,
and you can see all the details.
That's a beauty. I love that.
Black ink. So if anyone is interested, just give me a PM on Twitter or email. Just find out me or send me a message.
Put your contact information in the private chat. I'll dump it in.
All right.
Cool. In the chat, okay.
Cool. So it's a big piece, and this cover is for the Black Tiger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a wrap cover. Very, very nice.
Should see the other side again.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it's hardback as well. Nice.
Yeah.
And you can see part of the cover here. So you have all the cover. It's very, very nice book and thick. You have a lot of time to read all of that.
Yeah, by the quality, fill the width. She cried.
You know what I mean?
Slipcase as well. That slipcase.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. When the end of the world arrives, you can read it.
You want that with you. You can shield yourself from the falling meteors and get yourself 2 copies. One to shield yourself with. One
for sure. Just here.
Yeah, or you can build yourself a fort. If you get enough copies.
You have to get a box worth.
For sure.
You can do that as a tier, right?
I should have made, you know what? Next time I'll make the Apocalypse tier.
The Apocalypse tier. That's what you're going to need. That's what
this is an awesome idea.
Yeah, so you can build yourself a fort and still have one that's pristine that you can read.
One pristine to read as the world falls the walls apart around you.
Yeah.
This is what we do. Hey, 1 second. Are you sending me stuff to put in? Your Twitter's here. Doink. Hang on.
All right.
I'm not going to tell people. Yeah, they're working out for themselves. Okay, they're working out for themselves. It's got Twitter in it. They'll work it out.
They'll figure it out, right?
I know. Let's find out.
Maybe not.
Yeah, there could be a bunch of monkeys jumping around like in 2001. Around the black slab. Figure it out. That could be going down. We don't know. Listen, whatever you do in the privacy of your own home. By the way, I had a friend who did this thing called past life regression sort of thing. Oh, yeah, there's more stuff I didn't put in. He told me one of my lives. I was a brothel owner, and I was like, I could get behind that. I bet I was really good. I bet I was a really good brothel owner, you know, because you know, I'm not judgmental. Whatever you want, what do you want? A sheep, whatever. It's cool. It's cool. We're all okay. You know, if there's any defecation going, just clean that up afterwards and make sure everyone's okay with it. Okay, that's where we are.
Cool.
There we go. You got your Instagram, got your YouTube.
Everywhere.
We're all good, baby. We're all good. Okay, listen. We're gonna start with Torchwood. Then we're gonna go into King Kong versus Godzilla. Fine. I'm gonna take you guys off. I'm gonna wish you guys adieu. Come back anytime.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, really appreciate it. Really
appreciate it.
Pit. Fine. Let me share the screen. We got to get to Big Finish. The world's a Big Finish. We're going to get to it from their twats because they have they announced this thing yesterday and they have a trailer. It's the cover. It is the cover for their 50th Torchwood release. So I stopped listening to Torchwood because I was really pissed off with them because they use the word Zionism in it, intimating that the only people who would ever use that are right-wing, insane people who didn't know what they're talking about. And it was kind of derogatory. I was like that. It was in Aliens Among Us or Gods Among Us? It was the second one of the second series of box sets. The first one, second series of box sets. I was like, and I dropped it. I dropped it like a stone afterwards, right? And I haven't bought a Torchwood release since. I'm pretty tempted on this one, right? If the trailer, which I'm about to listen to with you live right now, is good, if the trailer is good, this might be a buy. I'm getting much more selective though with my Big Finish. You know, that's the trouble. That's the trouble. The trouble with putting out so much output is like I'm not missing something. I don't feel I'm not a completist anymore, right? I'm really if that. The 6th Doctor versus the 11th thing. If it doesn't sound good, if it doesn't it's not really doing anything for me right now. If that's not good, I'm giving that one a miss, and I'm giving the Rory the Roman one a miss as well. Fine. So this is a full cast audio drama with John Barrowman, Gareth David Lloyd, and David Tennant. It's kind of the dream team for Torchwood, right? So let's hit the trailer.
The next sound. Good evening. The next sounds you hear will be from friends. At first, they will mean nothing, but we will work together to decode them.
Okay, already I'm irritated, right? I'm here to hear David Tennant, John Barrowman, and Yanto, whatever his name is, Gareth David Lloyd, right? I don't. That's the only reason I'm here. Okay, that's the only. Don't get any delusions that I'm I'm excited for it. That's the only reason I'm here. You better deliver, okay?
So that your friends can speak again.
From Big Finish Productions, Torchwood, Absent Friends.
Yanto, that psychic cloud is worse.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't sound really convincing there. Okay, this trailer's putting me off. Let's keep going.
The tapes were dangerous. I had to take them away.
That's ghost tapes.
The next sound you hear is of loneliness and of a door opening.
Doctor? Jack. Wait. You are sitting in my chair.
Feet on your desk. Naughty, here I am. In the heart of Torchwood. An organization dedicated to hunting me down. Well, you got me. Big Finish. We love stories. I'm going to save this city full of beautiful people. Look at them all out there, crawling and crying on the pavement. That's just St. Mary Street on a Friday night. No, right.
No, that didn't really convince me. I'm surprised. That didn't really convince me. I am. It didn't sound. It didn't sound like they were together. It sounded like. The only time if it didn't sound like they were, it sounded like it was recorded remotely. I like. See, my trouble is this. The trouble is the same trouble I had with Wicked Sisters, which is the it was a graceless release, not a Fifth Doctor release, and packaging it and putting the the sound of the theme tune of the Fifth Doctor, I think was just really just jarring and misleading. It didn't. That, for me, that tore me in two different directions. It went a bit Jeremy Corbyn. You're absolutely right, PD Rich. So yeah, I don't know. It really wasn't elating me at all. I am surprised. But here, listen. I think we should. We'll go back to something though. I think they had. Did they have the Tom Baker one coming out? I just finished listening to those two Tom Baker releases. I'm nearly finished listening. Where is it? It's Dalek. No, it's Dalek Universe. Here it is. Let me share the screen. Share screen. Application tab. No, I wanted a Chrome tab. I don't want an application tab. She cried. There we go. Let's get some sound going.
Captain, might I advise an immediate long-range sweep on the external detectors?
If you don't know, that's this is the prequel to the David Tennant Dalek Universe thing. You don't know that? Here, this thing, right? Dalek Universe is basically there's a missing David Tennant season they're putting in where he's been sucked away from TARDIS and he's in a Dalek Wars with it's all very Dalek master planning. And this is a prequel story with Tom Baker.
Dalek ships of extreme range. An attack force closing fast.
We're sitting ducks. From Big Finish Production.
Okay, again. First thing you want to hear is Tom Baker. That's the only reason anybody's here. First thing you want to hello, whatever. First thing you want to hear is Tom Baker. Stop dicking us around.
Doctor Who.
Or at least a Dalek.
The Fourth Doctor Adventures. Dalek Universe. The Dalek Protocol.
And listen. If you've got to say that many ranges to get to put this in the right category, you're saying too. Was it Doctor Who? Was it Big Finish? Doctor Who? The Fourth Doctor Adventures? Dalek Universe? Okay. Oh my God!
There, Lena. You see that little screen on the console?
I see it.
It lists all previously visited destinations alphabetically. So why not make your choice?
Excellent.
Exelon is downright deadly.
Technology destroying Exelon once. Blasphemy.
Okay, again, I like how it's self referential, right? This is being sucked out, seeing sucked up your own arsehole in a way, forgive the pun. But I think in a good way, right? I think it's I mean, this excites me, right? And this gets me on board. The Town of Victorious really just didn't, right? But this like tying into a very kitschy, Dalek book, a special space force thing, Doctor Who revisiting the Exelons, all that I love. I'm up for all of this, right? More, please, more.
Oh, it's you, Seven. I've accumulated evidence to suggest a low but significant chance of an enemy incursion on this planet.
Oh yeah, Mark 7. Yeah, again, I love all this referencing classic stuff. The Mark 7 was the android in the unproduced Dalek spin-off series for America, which Big Finish did a adaptation of the pilot in the Second Doctor Missing Adventures. Second Doctor Missing Adventures first box set.
Requested detachment of Marines for an investigation of the outlying area. What evidence?
What does that sound?
It's a beacon.
Wait, was that David Tennant? Go back.
Blasphemy against our great God, the city. Oh, it's you, Seven. I've accumulated evidence to suggest a low but significant chance of an enemy incursion on this planet. I requested detachment of Marines for an investigation of the outlying area. What evidence?
This sounds like David Tennant.
It's a beacon.
Channeling power back to the Exelon City.
If there is to be a war, then let it come. Be it seek a war with the humans. They are here only to take from us, just as the Daleks did all those years.
Yeah, I want to hear a Dalek already, okay? For God's sake. Oh, don't put them on the cover and then go, oh, you want to hear one? Oh, you got to wait. No. Pain in the ass.
Okay, Nine, what is it?
Nina, watch out for that spear! Poison! Obey the Dalek protocol!
Oh, God, at last.
Victory is assured! Victory! 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 Big Finish. We love stories.
You're slipping out.
New prisoners, the Doctor and Leela. How do you know them? It's going to be interesting.
Okay, there you go. Let me just stop sharing that screen. So yeah, that looks good. I am down for that. Let's do a quick review. Let's do a quick review of the full Doctor's stories that I've just listened to. Let's see, Big Finish. Let's see what's anything news. Any Big Finish news we need to look at? Oh God. Really? Why? What? Stop showing off your progressive. Okay, listen. I don't know that God's going to come and smite, all the progressives. I think he is, but maybe you want to hedge your bets and stop screaming you're progressive. Let's read this then. Oh God, I was kind of on board for it as well. I was excited for the Stranded 2 because it was set. They'll move back to the 70s, and there was John Karshaw, who does Nicholas Courtney very well. It finally got me back on board, and really. So Rebecca Root is a transsexual, is a trans woman. I think that means she has a penis. I don't know. Well, it's not really. Listen, people's private parts really aren't my business, but they do kind of make it look at us. Oh, yeah. So Tanya is at the root of Stranded 2. So Tanya is a trans woman character who is the I don't want to say the girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever of Livchenko, who is fine with gender fluidity and being bisexual. Because everybody is in the future, because that's where the future is better, and we've all realized they're all bisexual and gender fluid. No. Now, again, I know that's your religion. I know that's what you want to believe. I know that's why the BBC is a propaganda machine, and media in general is a propaganda machine to, generally speaking, try and get as many kids to be transgender as humanly possible, right? Because they think, oh, they'll be free and happy. No. They'll probably be teenage suicides. Will you stop? Okay, will you stop? Okay, if you have it's like, oh God, it's like a friend who's just got into, I don't know, Scientology or something. They're always telling you about it, and oh God, leave me alone. I don't want to know about your bloody religion. God, I never understood Jehovah's Witnesses, where they would come and knock on the door and they'll try, how does that work with? It's the same people who get an email from a Nigerian prince. Who does that work with? Goodness sake. Rebecca is returning as Tanya Bell in Doctor Who Stranded 2, the second in a series of 4 full cast audio dramas, box sets from Beacon Productions. Listen, at another time, this would have been okay, right? If it wasn't 2021, this would have been okay. The idea of stranding the Doctor, interesting idea. 2021, and it's just 2021, due to release in March 2021. Stranded 2 rejoins Paul McGann's 8th Doctor, marooned on Earth with a TARDIS that can travel in time but not space, and a house full of new friends. Yeah, I don't know if I liked it. It was okay. One of them is one of the Doctors, Tanya Bell, played by Rebecca Root, and made her headlines earlier this year as the Doctor's first transgender companion. It's that, listen, if you don't want me talking about your feminine penis, stop talking about your feminine bloody penis. You walk into it, hey, I'm a woman. I got a schlong. Hey, you're going to go something, and you turn around and go, you're a lady with a schlong, are you? And you go, what? What's your problem? Why are you pointing that out? Because that's your entire identity. Okay, that's your entire freaking identity. How long is this going to be? Okay, good. Okay. Is there a trailer for Stranded 2 yet? Let's have a look. 1 second. Trailer for it yet? Okay, let's listen to the trailer. I haven't heard this trailer yet.
From Big Finish Productions, The Eighth Doctor Adventures, Stranded 2.
I've got her back. My TARDIS.
I have to tell you again, I'm enough of a completist that I don't think I could miss a run of a Paul McGann Doctor that I'm like in the middle of. This one is breaking me, right? This one is getting close, like to breaking me.
Little girl.
The TARDIS is starting to heal.
A paradox took hold. We could be looking at a whole new aberrant timeline. And the best thing I can do to explain, Tanya, is to take you with me.
Really? You're inviting me along?
Okay, that was Tanya. I know he sounds like a bloke. You know he sounds like a bloke because he's a trans woman. Sometimes trans women, they're schlong, and their incredible masculine muscle mass and a genetic disposition make them sound like blokes. So yeah, it does. I forgot about that. It doesn't really work. Like, why are they calling her Tanya and treating like we shout? Oh, yes, Doctor, you're gonna take me with really, like, oh God. Let's go.
This stuff, time travel. It's a bit of a balancing act, like one of those 3D puzzle games. You don't want to pull out the wrong piece in case.
I mean, like everything I say now is just remind me of the schlong. It's a balancing act. You don't want to pull out the wrong piece. So yeah, well, you would know about. You don't want to pull out the wrong piece, Tanya, right? Okay, you know about balancing act. You know how to tuck it away. I mean, everything.
The entire universe stops existing completely, which is something I've literally seen happen.
This is unbelievable. Get us out of here. We'll be blown to bits.
Brace, everybody brace.
It's time we told them about who we really are. We need to find the right moment. I wonder what the brig would make of all this.
Okay, so the that's the gay couple in the house because there's nobody straight left in the world.
I don't want to get a bus home when there's a time machine right here.
We all have
And they connected the Brigadier somehow.
to be somewhere. This is as good a place as any.
And that's Tom Baker playing the curator. I like that his portrayal there. He was the reason I bought the first box set. Really, I didn't feel like a total schmuck. Although I bought the second one up front as well. Oh man, I really hope you don't force me away from the third one. Oh, I'm scared.
Big Finish. We love stories. He's a big chap, over 6 foot, built like a gorilla, unusually strong and surprisingly hairy.
Oh, hurrah. It's a great big space ape. Let's get this over with then.
So yeah, I was like, Brigadier, perfect, and then PC Andy. Oh, great. All right. Anything else? Nothing good. Done. Okay, let's have a quick look at the third set. See if there's anything they can tell us about it. Have they released any information about it? But what gimmick are they making? Are they using to sell the third one? Right? No, they haven't told you anything yet. They haven't told you who's writing it yet. But you see, like this one, they have the gimmick. They have the Brigadier and Tom Baker, the curator, right? The last one. Let's read more about Tanya. About a year ago, we recorded Stranded 1 a week or two before Christmas. I thought it was just a single box set, but I'm allowed to be in a storyline that spans the entire series. Of course you are. You're trans. You're the reason that you are their badge that you're putting on. You know, that's basically what you are. You are Big Finish's little badge of inclusivity, of saying how right on you are. Yeah, great. You're a token. That's the way it is. A great gift to any actor. What, being tokenized? Yeah, I guess. It does come with work, doesn't it? You know, like, oh, you want to hire me? Because, I don't want to mention it, but, I'm a lady and I have a schlong. Oh, okay, buddy. I found out during one of the lunch breaks that President Harrison did this Q&A for the CD extras, and one of his early questions was, how do you feel about becoming a companion? I knew I was part of the adventure, but I didn't realize I was going to go further, so I asked Of course, you're going to go further. Like your storyline didn't land on a cliffhanger, wasn't it? Who cares? But yeah, basically. And so I asked what it meant, and he said, "Oh yeah, she'll be coming back in the next 3 boxes." My jaw hit the floor because it's a very big masculine jaw. By the way, if you think I'm joking, Exhibit A. I mean, like, she looks like you could put a Judge Dredd helmet on her and she could pass as Judge Dredd, right? I mean, like, look at that chin. Look at that. Yeah, 50 years in the queue, creep. I mean, like, really, that actually works. My name's Tanya. Like, okay, listen, what do you want? You on the floor? I just couldn't believe it. He said, didn't your agent tell you? And later that week, I spoke to my agent who said, oh, yeah, there was something about you doing more. Didn't I tell you? It was such a delightful surprise. So your agent's a schmuck as well. Rebecca admitted that she was surprised by the outpouring of love for a character. Why would you be surprised? You exist for people to pour out love to you, right? That's why you have to tell everybody in the first sentence when they have anything to do with you, you're a lady with a schlong, right? That's exactly. I mean, trans women are women, baby. Trans women are women. That's just the way it is. That's what the president said. That's it. Okay. Trans women are women. And that's why I think God's coming. And that's why. And judging from the other times this has happened, he might be a bit pissed. Rebecca mentioned she was surprised by the outpouring. I am. Why do they always act surprised? I mean, like they really. Hello, I'm a protected class. Oh, you're a protected class. Yes, I am. Oh, you're so sweet. Like, why are you acting surprised? I'm delighted by the great comments about her. That you sound like a bloke. I mean, she sounds like a bloke. What do you want me to do? I feel so embraced by devotees of the show. Oh, God, I hate people who use the word devotees. It was most unexpected when Stranded 1 was released in June. There was coverage in the mainstream. No, okay, you're lying. I think you're lying. Yeah, again, you market your identity. So why are you surprised that like it was a big deal? Like, obviously, when you market your identity will be marketed. Remains Express and larger element sites and larger entertainment sites. A lot of the Twitterati were going about her, and I had to point out that she's not in the telly version. Not yet. No, they already have a trans doctor as a doctor. I hope Tanya carries out on with the doctor while her relationship with Livchenko, played by Nicola Walker. I can really see Christian putting her in the show, right? Like say, oh yes, I knew your eighth stuff or whatever. Yeah, you know, I could so see that. People connecting. That's what we want, isn't it? What we find in the second box set is a pretty difficult things to take. When you think about the future, you don't only think about our mortality as individuals, but the life of the planet too. I think God's in control there. Okay, so I'm not really that worried. Not to be too Extinction Rebellion about it, but we live on a fragile planet, and the doctor says it's okay. It's okay. I think the apocalypse coming. It's going to wipe out a lot of people. We'll be fine. Doctor Who's storyline really taps into that. Oh God, the future can be a bit scary. Well, yeah. With the apocalypse coming, and with what we've seen recently with COVID, it's a bit scary. Yeah, Jesus. Doctor Who's blah 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 blah. Collector's edition box set. What does that even mean? I buy that as a digital collector's edition box set. Yeah, like that. Oh God, that's just annoying. Let's go back to news. What we're looking for, man, that really irritated me. Oh. They're putting out a Cicero 2-disc set. Okay, whatever. Fine, what's new? let's find these. Let's do a quick review of this one. World Traders, pretty good. I have to tell you, it was actually pretty good. So let's read the blurb. It's by Guy Adams. He's pitching this to be somewhere between Douglas Adams and Robert Holmes when he's on a whimsy. I think it's pretty much a sort of semi-sequel to the Sunmakers, which is interesting. I mean, you have to know it at all, but it certainly thematically feels that way, right? I got the box set with both stories in them. A second story isn't as strong as yet, although John Culture's in it. He's very good. I like him in anything. 101, The World Traders by Guy Adams. When a day out in the 21st, where was it? Hang on a second. I'm just going to really click over here. And we're over here. Doink. When a day in the 21st century leads a doctor to the TARDIS being these are the Doctor's TARDIS to the TARDIS being impounded. The Doctor and leader find themselves getting involved with the mysterious Amapan investments. Yeah, so much in the same way the Sunmakers is Robert Holmes being pissed off that he got a tax bill he didn't like, and he had to deal with the bureaucracy of the tax man. Imagine if Robert Holmes and Douglas Adams co-wrote something about getting their car impounded and try to or clamped and try to get it out. So it's a fun little story. They're in Doctor and Leader in 21st Century Earth. Although it would have made more sense given the time. There's a big time travel element if they said it in the 80s instead. I think it would have fit much better in the 80s. They're on. He leaves the TARDIS. He parks the TARDIS as normal, but he comes back. It's not there. It's been confiscated because it's on this company, Amipan's property. So it turns out this company is a very strange company. They actually lease the land. So they completely own it. They're basically like their own country, right? They have their own laws. And you have lots of jokes about business, investment businesses, that sort of thing. Right. So the TARDIS has been an investment company that's managed to become remarkably successful in a remarkably short amount of time. So what's their secret? The Doctor and Leader are about to find out. The Assyrians have come to Earth and they have big plans. So basically what's going on is you got several different factors happening. You have what was it? The Assyrians. So and you have this time travel plot. You have these time windows, and the bad guys are essentially there. And this is really not a spoiler. The bad guys are essentially leasing. They're leasing British land, but in ancient history, right? So the government feels like they're just getting money for nothing because nobody's using it at the time. But of course, you get into all this corporate politics. So Leela gets sent off into the Cretaceous era, while this company director of the Ursula's, I think, is on a hunting expedition in Cretaceous times, and that stuff is really good. Louise Jameson, it just sounds identical to 26-year-old Louise Jameson. It's unbelievable, and she has some great scenes with this guy where she's like slapping him around. Absolutely wonderful. So the Doctor Tom gets this Erstats companion in the form of this reporter. It's interesting actually. They talk about the dishonesty of the news media, how they all refuse to report something, and this one journalist is one doing that. I'm like, Guy Adams, who wrote this, and again, good script, excellent. I mean, I think this is definitely the stronger of the two on the set. Clearly is on board with them. Maybe he isn't, but I think politically, I just found anybody who is not a fan of Trump is on board with this. The seditious media taking of power. I've got to find this article to read you That's really good. By Caroline Glick. I'll find that next. Actually, you guys will like that. So yeah, he's teamed up with her, this like investigative reporter, and you got a very good villain. Who is a famous actress? So I have no idea who is it. What's the name of the actress? Sienna Phillips, maybe. Could be Sarah Power. I don't know. I think Sienna is that her? Yeah, Sienna Phillips. She's the director, right? So and it's just like it's like comedic, but a good like nice bit of action as well. For me, it bounced on. Let's listen to the trailer. In your own time. No rush or hurry now. Oh, there we go.
Investments. Certainly putting you through now.
You have something that belongs to me.
We want the TARDIS.
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, The Fourth Doctor Adventures, The World Traders.
Any object left unattended for more than an hour on Amapan.
Yeah, so this was directed by Nick Briggs, and Nick he probably is so on board with this media narrative, and thinks it's crazy anybody because that's just anybody in that. But he can write and direct. So I believe he directed this one. It just delivers. Again, imagine a Douglas Adams commissioning Robert Holmes to a script. Robert Holmes not being happy with rewrites, and Douglas Adams finishing up. That's essentially what this feels like.
Investments property becomes ours to do with as we will.
You can't do that.
You can and have.
Freelancing. I'm a journalist. I'm writing a story about the company.
Yeah, that's the Tom's companion for the story.
You best stay here and try to behave yourself.
I shall not.
The Doctor interests me, Director.
When I look at him in his strange blue box, I feel the reassuring tingle of increased currency.
Excuse me, sir, but this is private property. I'm going to have to...
Not with the weapon of the Mars. Oh, yes. Oh, tasty.
Is that my phone?
Not entirely. I left the bits I didn't need in your bathroom sink.
Yeah, so again, there's all this like capitalism got out of control, and I just feel if he said it's an 88, it would have been much funnier.
No gun. A good hunter has no need for one.
Leela vanished through one of these portals, and I have to find her.
Don't suppose you have a gadget to unlock the door? Cannibalized from my toaster, perhaps?
Ben, with guns.
I'm sure the company can weather any fleeting bad press.
Especially with lovely money-making machines like this at our disposal.
Yeah, she's a good villain. She's a really fun, good villain.
Big Finish. We love stories.
I'm really not sure about this.
Be brave, Emma. The Doctor usually knows what he is doing.
Exactly. Usually.
Yeah, so I would describe this as frothy, which actually reminds me. There's this other thing I saw, which I should show you. Oh, this is it. Yeah. There we go. We'll go to this stop screen there, and we're going to share Chrome tab over here. It's on the Twats again. Here, this is really good. This is a trailer for my favorite, one of my favorite Tom Baker sets. This is the novel adaptation, which apparently is 35% off until when did this expire? Today, I think you can still get this today. And it's really good if you haven't never heard it. So here you go. Let's just make this big.
Good evening. The news at 9 o'clock on Wednesday, the 20th of February, 1980. Eyewitness reports claiming that an unidentified flying object was seen low in the skies above Black Castle have been roundly dismissed.
Yeah, so these are adaptations of two of the Doctor Who magazine comic strip stories with Tom Baker. I really wish they'll do the Peter Davison ones, right? I really would love that.
I've got no need to shoot anyone. Use your good eyes. Target the light-making device. Oh no, my fizz gig!
Fudge! Doctor!
No guns have you covered! Surrender, dwarflings! Surrender or be atomized!
Not bad cover either. Although they didn't show you any. I'm probably going to better be careful of that. I'm always scared of getting copyright. That's right. They are sniffing around me, YouTube, right? They are sniffing around for a reason to get me into trouble. But we seem to be okay still. Fine. So let's go back here and look at the other Tom Baker release in this month. I thought not bad. Not again. I'm only 3 episodes into this one, so I can't give it a full review. Well, listen to the trailer with you guys. Let's see. If you want to listen to the first episode of World Traders, it's free. So this is interesting. Let's read the blurb. This is the Day of the Comet by Jonathan Morris. The Doctor brings the TARDIS brings Doctor and Leela to the ruins of the once great city racked by earthquakes. Where they find a giant rocket on the side of a mountain. The platform is being destroyed by the planet is being destroyed by a comet in the comet in a year's time, and this is the last ship off the world. But is everything quite as it seems? As at least one person in the city thinks the comet is going to obliterate the planet much sooner than people believe, which would be bad enough. But what's far worse is hidden behind the scenes. So yeah, we got firstly John Carter's in it playing John Carter. He's actually playing 2 roles. It is a really interesting thing. So you got this doomed world, right, where they had these arcs that had left, and there's one left. There's one they left there. There's one left, and so everybody there is basically resigned to die or going off in this arc. And so you got this very like fatalistic feel to the whole story. I can't really put this into an era. Maybe season 15, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's season 15. It's yeah, so there's like a lot of subterfuge going on. There's people conning people, while there's kind of like it's a little bit less frothy, but still reasonably frothy plot. Not bad. I mean, again, I got the box set with both of them, right? Not sure it's really worth it. I again I have to listen to that last the last disc. Well, how much is the box set with both? Hang on, we'll find out in a minute. Okay, so it's like $20, whereas an individual is $13. So for an extra $7, you get both. That's about right. That's about right. I think that's worth it. And an extra $7 to get both of them. That's how much better the first one is. The first one is than the second one. That sounds about right. So what else they got come out this month? Yeah, I think I covered everything this month so far. Right. And they got one of the Avengers stories. Fine. So let's look at this now. I'll take this off. I got to find the right. There we go. Stop that one. There we go. Look over here. And okay, what do we have to look at? We got you know what? So we did Torchwood. By the way, let me just share my thumb because I spent way too much time on this. Like way too much time with it. I got so carried away. 1 second. There you go. So basically, I just wanted David Tennant reading The Sun, right? So and that's to mock it up a. So yeah, let's just look at this Sun. Firstly, finding that Torchwood background was not easy, but here, there we go. Nicola Bryant, Rabbi Romp. I mean, yes. And I felt bad because this wasn't the correct font, but I was like, yeah, we just got to get this done. Doctor Who star shocker, Jodie Whittaker to stay and quit the Time Lord role. Blah, 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 blah. So, But I do like the Rabbi. So fine, 10 Doctor Return Sorcerer. We've done that. Sun whips Jodie Whittaker fans into a frenzy. I guess we've done that. Snowpiercer. I saw the first episode of season 2. Love Snowpiercer. We've done the Tom Baker reviews. I'm going to rank the current era. That was a... I got the article there, but I also wanted to... I'm much more into talking about King Kong versus Godzilla, right? Because travelers, I can't show the trailer because I'm like scared I'm going to get copyrights right. So here, let's look at the article in Bounding into Comics, right? Application tab, Bounding into Comics, which basically has screenshots and gives us like all talking points. But yeah, it doesn't. If you haven't seen the trailer, watch the freaking trailer. It looks so much better than you think it's going to be. Godzilla vs. King Kong trailer. Godzilla vs. Kong trailer is here and has everybody talking as it should. It's become one of the most watched videos this weekend. The reactions and the revelations concerning the elements of the plot are coming in. Okay. Legendary of Warner Brothers kept so much of the story and their set pieces under wraps despite various leaks over the last year, making their job harder. Some of these images from the toy line proprietors, spoilers on 4chans and Toko Kingdom, whatever that is, proved accurate enough while left on the table. What was left on the kept us guessing. And so, with that in mind, there are new things that we've learned from the trailer, along with suspicion they have confirmed. King Kong has an axe. Yeah, that's freaking so cool. Yeah, look at that. It's so freaking cool. Though spoiled by the toys, there was doubt about Kong's axe actually being in the movie. A few skeptics believe that the playmates thinking it was a cool add-on. And listen, the whole thing is like a giant B movie. It's just so much fun. I like the last one as well, King of the Monsters. It was just seemed like they made a old Godzilla movie with a lot of money, right? I enjoyed it. I liked it. I like Skull Island. I've liked this whole MonsterVerse, which is the next thing we're going to look at. Strictly to sell action figures. But director Adam Wingard provided insight in an interview a year ago into Kong's use of tools that will give him an edge. Moreover, the leaks kept hinting that he had a weapon, and that 1 year later, teaser footage from this one's finally confirmed exactly that. It was very cool. Although when they first meet, you see Kong smack down Godzilla. It's so freaking crazy. I love that. But I was like, how's kind of Kong beat Godzilla? I guess if you can fashion tools, that makes a difference. And also in the trailer, they intimate that Kong is designed as an antidote to Godzilla, which is, okay, I'm up for that. What isn't totally clear yet is where the axe comes from. It's said that Kong makes it himself from a kaiju bone and a piece of Godzilla's dorsal plates. That seems interesting. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that looks like a dorsal plate. Yeah. Kaiju bone. Yeah, okay. I see that. Alternatively, a theory posits native Sky Island who worship Kong made it, leaving it looks like Kong made it to me. Made it, leaving it in the Hollow Earth for him to find to prove himself a king, much like Excalibur in Sword and Stone. Oh, okay. Judging by a few shots from the trailer, it appears that Kong goes on a quest to learn his past and find his destiny. And if those drones in the background above are an indication of Monarch helps him. Yeah, look, there's a whole Monarch spin-off story happening, which I think seems reasonably fun. I am hoping that that's going to go. That story is true. But yeah, let's keep going. Where are we up to? Kong has always had a special connection with humans, but the MonsterVerse paints him as more a protector of the people. I see. That's why it was like they had Godzilla as that. unless they threaten him. The trade of guns, Alexander Skarsgård and Rebecca Hall play his allies who likely orchestrate his exodus from Skull Island without a lot of fuss until Godzilla swims by. True, they haven't been changed, but that doesn't. But he doesn't seem to mind. He doesn't. Okay, so fine. So listen, they're just talking about looking at the trailer. I mean, like, I think we're just gonna look at the headlines at this point. So yeah, yes, friends. Yeah, we see some Skull Island action. Robots in disguise. What's this? Another hype villain can be spotted in the trailer, albeit not in plain sight. Mecha Godzilla, get out of here! Oh, I hope so. That'd be crazy. Appears flying low overhead in Hong Kong. We don't know where the mechanical copycat is headed, but we can expect his battle against Totalitarianism. Listen, I want HBO Max. You got my money, right? HBO Max, you got my money. Here, let's. Where's the link to the other story about the Monarch TV show? If not, here we go. Let's have a look. Let's read. Man, just open up a new window anyway. That's just annoying. Let's try that again. Chrome tab. Rumor: Legendary Monsterverse to continue with Monarch TV show. So what are they? What would this look like? According to Film Wire, the Monarch Center's spin-off show, Legendary spin-off Legendary Godzilla and the Monsterverse could be headed. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, no, they're telling us about this. What is it? As shown in 2014's Godzilla, the group's fictional history dates back to the Truman era, blah blah blah. Okay, the organization will also involve Skull. Yes, we know. I'm kind of in the mood for this now. Yeah, okay, fine. If the show does follow the footsteps of other predecessors, audience could get a look into Monarch's various procedures, its clearance levels in their work. So it's going to be like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Gotta be better than that. I don't know, like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with monsters. Yeah, I'm up for that. I guess I'm up for that. Right. So there, listen, I just saw Noel starting streaming. So listen, if you haven't subscribed to Noel's backup channel, go ahead and do that. I'm going to give you the link to his stream right now. Head on over there. 1 second. He's going. He's starting any moment now. Fine. So I'm going to give you a link to his stream. And head on over there. He's supposed to be starting 5 minutes ago, it said. I think. That's what he's saying. So look, here's a link to Noel's stream. If you haven't subbed to him, go ahead and sub to him and head over to his channel. I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm gonna get dinner. That's my plan. That's my plan for the evening. I hope no one was talking to me in the chat. It's a pity that John Rhys Davies has never been in Doctor Who. He would make a good Time Lord. Yeah, I think, absolutely. Although he's a much less of him now. He's had that stomach surgery, right? He's competition. Didn't do the competition. There you go. I'm glad I remembered. I need Gary Hart to get in contact with me because he's the only address I don't have. Everybody else's address I have, and Gary Hart won the Mummy DVD box set. So look, firstly, the prize for next week. Is this volume of Judge Dredd? Is volume 18. It has the classic first Machismo arc in it. Fantastic art. Greg Staples. That's one of his early stuff. But was it Colin McNeil does the? Oh man, they got some Simon Bisley stuff in here. Where was that? Who is that? Simon Bisley? Who is this? This looks like Bisley to me. If not, it's a Bisley copycat, which I'm fine with. No, this is Greg Staples. Wow, this is Greg Staples when he first started. He started off as a Bisley clone, right? Before he developed his own his own style. But we got look at this, Colin McNeil doing Machismo, which is the first introduction of robot judges in the Judge Dredd universe. What else you got in here? I think I saw some Jonathan Hickleton artwork, which is very rare, right? He didn't do many Judge Dredd, and they're all brilliant. Where is it? Is he in this? Yeah, John Hickleton. Oh, there it is. Is this it? No, that's Pete. That's Pete Doherty is also good, but John Hickleton is such a rarity. I got to find some pages to show you guys. It's so cool as well. Oh, here we go. It's Judge Dredd, man. That's one crazy Judge Dredd. Right? It's great. I really like John Hickleton's work. Anyway, fine. So that how are you going to win this? You're going to win this by subscribing to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, baby. And in the comments, leave the hashtag Machismo. Hashtag Machismo. The prize this week, which we're about to give away, is the Terminator Special Edition. Tons and tons of extras in this. 5 on audio. Okay, Terminator retrospective. Other voices, documentary, deleted scenes, foreign trailer, alternate trailer, teaser trailer. Oh, you tease. James Cameron's artwork still. Okay, tons of stuff. Tons of stuff. This is being won by. Drum roll, please. Mabel Bob 23. Mabel Bob 23. You bobbled up to the top. I saw you in the chat. Are you in the chat? Hope you're still in the chat. Hey, Mabel Bob 23. You want Terminator? If you get me your address ASAP, I'll get you out in this batch of stuff. That's being a murder. Yes, Rabbi Nicola Pies, Rabbi Rob. I'm so happy with that. She wasn't. Funny enough. You know what? Maybe I'll get. I'll have that mock thing made up as postcards, and I'll throw that in as part of my Indiegogo. That does sound like fun. Okay, everybody. I'm gonna say, maybe congratulations. So get in contact with me with your address. Go check the video notes. You can contact me. It's lebeckon@gmail.com. Or Twitter is at Biblical Comics. Go check the video notes, and it has all my contact information there. Fine. Hit the end broadcast button and say, "Oh yeah, sure, baby, I'm sure." I'm hungry. Of course, I'm sure. Although I had violent diarrhea earlier today, right? Like violent. Okay. Yeah. I don't know where it came from. But you know, my wife went out and got some liquid Pepto-Bismol, which you don't get real Pepto-Bismol in Israel. I miss American Pepto-Bismol. I was like, I chugged that, and I think I'm okay. I'm gonna have a bowl of rice for dinner, right? That's my plan. A bowl of rice, and see how that goes. Hopefully, it'll come out it's somewhat solid, and it won't be squirted with extreme prejudice, right? Extreme prejudice. Okay, everybody. Have a good evening. I'm hitting the end broadcast.